Um. Oh, by the way, the Democrats are doing, or not Democrats, sorry, Republicans are doing this like weird thing now where Greg Abbott started this thing where he casually will just like bus migrants to DC and like other like blue states and shit, right? Specifically to DC though. And then immediately, of course, DeSantis got involved on that too. And Ron DeSantis, because he's such a fucking clout hungry piece of shit. And he started doing it too. He sent him to Martha's Vineyard, which I think is pretty funny. He flew them out to Martha's Vineyard. And what they're basically doing is like, they are literally doing what they said the Democrats were doing, but couldn't find any Democrat that's actually doing that, right? So they just decided to do the George Soros thing themselves. Like, they unironically did the George Soros thing. They were like, George Soros is busing migrants to liberal cities for the votes, right? And then they couldn't actually find one, so they just started doing it themselves. Which is weird. It's like humiliating for the people. It like robs them of their humanity. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's like Steven Crowder cross-dressing. It's just always projection. And if this is true, apparently, one migrant told the national correspondent for Fox News that he believes the border is open. Which, of course, like, you know, where did he hear that? Not from a Democrat, I'll tell you that much. You know who probably told him that? Some fucking Republican. It's insane. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's such a weird, it is such a weird thing that these guys are like, yeah, the border's open. They're telling Venezuelans the border's open and they're busing them into lip-tart cities. It's like, no, it turns out you're doing that. Like, you couldn't find a guy to fucking do that. So you're doing it now. Also, if anyone unironically thought the border was fucking open, that means they're probably watching Fox News. Because the only place that ever says the border is open is fucking Fox News. I've never heard anybody be like, yeah, the border's open, please come in. I've never heard a single liberal news outlet be like, yeah, thank God, finally Joe Brandon is president and the border is open. Like, it's just an invention of the Republican Party. Like, the most famous Kamala Harris moment is literally her being like, do not come. Kamala Harris being like, do not come. And then Trump being like, I'm going to come. Do not come. The word is spreading about this in Mexico.
Well, I don't think.
I talked to a sheriff on the border who told me the cartels are using this as a way to encourage migrants to cross the border. Bro, that's hilarious. I'm sorry, but that's fucking hilarious. I have to tweet about this. Over the border into liberal. No one does disinformation like us to ourselves. No, it's just fucking insane. It's exactly the same meme as Steven Crowder cross-dressing. Pure projection. Thank you, Chatter, for that, by the way. Dead Jutter, thank you for the 5. Get the subs. Astrology Daughter or NFT Bro Son? Astrology Daughter, easy. What is this? McDonald Google? Please no, not again, Big Donald, not again. This will be my 27th abortion, Donald. No, no. What? You think this guy is a Hasanabi chatter, dude? Are you crazy? Also, the most famous moment from the left was Kamala Harris saying, "Do not come." By the way, yeah, I already mentioned that. I met you in New York City and I asked for a photo. You picked up my 5-month-old child and you held it above me and kept saying, want this, and finally put him down after half an hour. At least you signed my shirt, though. Yeah, you're welcome. You should be excited that I didn't drop him. Chaos Bites, thank you for the 4. Give the subs. The right and counterproductive nonsense. Name a more, name a better duo. But it's like, dude, there is. I mean, I'm sorry. This is like a weird thing that is like weirdly not that bad. It's actually kind of good that they're doing this in a weird way, because I do feel like these migrants would be better taken care of in blue cities regardless. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's gonna, I personally think it might backfire on them. I'm not even kidding. Like, I literally, the people, like Martha's Vineyard is a terrible place to send them. And that's like specifically because they want to be pieces of shit, right? But if you're sending them to DC, or if you're sending them to like a big enough city, yeah, I think you can absolutely do that. Like you can. You absolutely can. And in a weird way, I do think that is, in a weird way, I do think that that's like a counterproductive for them, but it's actually overall good. Kind of like, I haven't really been able to make my mind up on this. It's still dehumanizing because it's like, they should be able to, you know, go through, they should be able to basically go through the proper protocol wherever the fuck they are, right? Like, it's kind of silly. A lot of these migrants that go to Texas, like, they have immediate family in Texas, you know what I mean? But as migrants arrive, Martha's Vineyard residents and businesses lined up to help. Food, coffee, bedding, and warm clothes have been arriving at the island. Dude, it's backfiring. I'm telling you. Why the fuck? They just literally thought like everyone's going to be just as racist as we are. You know what I mean? It's like, why the fuck would they? Why would... The cruelty really is the point, brother. Yeah, I mean, they're just doing it because, like, I think this is a really silly stunt. They're using tax dollars on this, okay? There are negative consequences of this. Like, first and foremost, like, you're kind of, you're taking away the autonomy of these people, and you're mistreating them like they're not human beings or whatever, which is really fucked up, obviously. However, I do think that this is kind of backfiring on them, because you sent them to blue cities, and those motherfuckers are gonna take care of these people. You know what I mean? They're gonna help out.